You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hello and welcome. Exploding Dice, your Geek.io live play role playing podcast. I am way too many characters, CJ, and joining me in the comfort of their singular entities are making fun of me for having too many characters that I now have to bounce around. Josh.
I'm a freaky fish man.
Why is there always a freaky fish man in my goddamn campaigns?
It's branding.
Quick, get Felix and tell him that he's been replaced as a weird fish man. And weird. Speaking of weird branding, for whatever reason, he's attaching his name to this shenaniganery. There is the... Yeah, I can't think of anything witty right now. There's Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm playing a goblin.
And smacking into your microphone.
Yes, that was great. Go me.
Calling Jackie out on a smacking the microphone. The whirling dervish of excitement. There's Carrie.
Whirling dervish of excitement who accidentally and unintentionally announced to the entire group that she's legal.
Giving a very video bits on an audio podcast, giving a very distressed look right now is Monica.
I mean, I want to protect you guys, but like, am I going to have to be a literal shield just around, just completely encompassing Carrie's character? Like,
and a person you're probably definitely going to have to protect her from is Ro.
Hey, I solemnly swear I'm not up to any nefarious plots.
Though thankfully Ro is not playing a sexy bard, so there's that at least.
Thank fuck.
Strangely enough, if he was, there would be weird random skeletons grabbing onto him and exploding all the time. No longer existed. Because fuck that shit.
You can all take your bard's sexual gifts and shove it.
Right.
Is that an actual thing for the bards?
No, well, the flirt bard is the stereotype, and it's a bad stereotype. So thank you for not doing that. I really appreciate it. The wants to stick his dick and or have a dick stuck in by anybody.
Okay, moving
Thank
on.
you for not doing that. I really appreciate it. It's a little... At least it's not stereotypical coming from Jack, since he's not a bard. So him saying those things is a little less on the nose. So there's that.
It's also just that he has no filter.
Yeah, that too.
If he's thinking something, it's coming out of his mouth.
And it's also less awkward considering it's Carrie and Josh and not me making weird, super awkward passes at Monica. And Monica, I adore you to death. You're one of my dear friends, and I appreciate you putting up with bullshit. Just putting that out there. Thank you.
CJ, she stayed around. She keeps coming back to us.
Right?
yeah.
The same thing with Jackie. I don't know why he keeps coming back.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Josh and I may have signed a contract in blood outside of an entertainment roundabout, so, you know, we're stuck here.
For real, yeah. Those guys are contractually obligated to be here.
I'm not signing
What
one of
you guys
those.
did while I was getting the lawn chairs?
Yes.
Yes. Carrie and I just stared awkwardly at each other for a couple of moments and stared away and didn't speak, and that's when the contract was signed.
No, that's when we got summoned as Digidestined.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
That was an actual bit that day.
Yes.
Because there were 8 of us and 8 switches.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, man. Hi.
such nerds. Now let's play some D&D.
So yeah. Quit nerding around. Let's play some fucking D&D up in this shit. So last time the Guild Pact Summit took place, and Jace showed his giant head.
He's a pretty big dick, too.
I was going to say, that is not the way I thought that sentence was going to end.
If it wasn't made clear, Jace is a big deal. He's literally living law on this plane. And he is like, I'm gonna probably randomly, because that's how Jace do, pick these people out of people that are here.
Look, Jace just messes with the multiverse all the darn time.
He really does. If you look up anything on Jace for Jace the Planeswalker, he is just
He's
The
that guy.
multiverse needs a restraining order on Jace.
me playing him how I did is completely and utterly in character for him, by the way. That is not me taking liberties for his character. Where am I?
Yeah.
Seriously? Why am I here? Oh, right. I'm either causing or solving a cataclysm.
That he may or
That
may
you
not
also
be.
caused.
Yeah.
That's Jason in a nutshell, you guys. That's not me taking liberties. So our Digidestined were chosen. They were given their Digivices. Most of them anyway. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, nudge.
But can we use them to summon Captain Planet?
It's worth trying.
Wow, we just
Well,
jumped
no. But what we get is actually just Jace, and we get more disappointed.
Captain Disappointment.
Jace is the strongest cause of disappointment, and I mean that in both the metaphysical strongest cause of disappointment, and also he's probably the strongest planeswalker in all of existence.
Yeah.
Next to maybe Urza.
Urza blew up the multiverse twice.
Yeah,
His eyes became diamonds.
yeah.
For a minute, I thought you meant Urza Scarlet, and I was really intrigued.
Jackie and I will eventually go over Magic the Gathering history involved in this, just to kind of give everybody the weird, and it will be very complex. I promise. It will be going over.
Boy.
And that depends on if we're adding also all the fringe settings.
Yeah, like Mercadian masks and things not touched by planeswalkers.
Even Kamigawa, because apparently Nicol Bolas influenced that.
Yeah. Oh boy, we haven't gotten to that yet.
They actually didn't they retcon to Nicol Bolas being someone's brother?
No.
Nicol Bolas is just Nicol Bolas. He's just this gigantic.
He's actually evil version of Jace.
Yeah, basically. Jace is just an idiot who kind of happenstance his way across things. He's an idiot for good. He just
God, he's Naruto.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. He's just he is the alcohol, the cause and solution of all nature's problems.
But he did go through a Sasuke phase, though, so I will admit to that.
Yes,
that was really terrible
for a while. After he became the Guild Pact, because he's like, oh, this sucks. I have a lot of power, and I'm gonna be dumb here, and this is gonna be dumb, and I don't want this power. And peace. In a lot of ways, Jace's Goku just kind of comes in, fixes things, but usually after he's fucked them up to begin with.
Yeah, that is the ultimate idiot for good, isn't it? It's just Goku.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God,
Well, because let's see, he fell in love with Liliana while in Ravnica, while working for Tezzeret, and then when Liliana revealed her true allegiance with Nicol Bolas, he got sad and disappointed and emo about it, and then that's when his Sasuke face kicked in.
It's gonna be like describing fucking Doctor Who or Kingdom Hearts. Us going over that is going to be that level of bullshit, and it's that level of bullshit too.
And that's only for the last 10 years of Magic.
Yeah, much less if we go back into Weatherlight and Tempest era and shit like that. All right, guys. So
let's make our own bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So, yep. the Gatewatch was formed. You guys met up and awkwardly kind of did awkward things. Zatosh, they got drunk and became a different person. And then a giant-ass robot came down and said, yo, I'm Karn. I'm a planeswalker. Come with me. And then before anybody got to say anything...
I said okay.
Please tell me when we get pooped, Trevor gets left behind.
We'll get there.
Listen, when the giant robot says let's go, the answer is yes.
So after the ringing... Right, have to do the thing that Josh doesn't do when he's doing it, but I get to do it. We're going to part the veil of reality. And the ringing in your ears finally stops, and the blinding light finally ceases. And you guys are in a gigantic, mostly empty room. And you say ow, and you're ow.
Ooh.
Oh, she's going to make me make the noise.
Man, I bet the acoustics are here in here is great.
Oh,
As
no.
our champions.
Craig.
Wow, that has never happened before. Seriously, never happened before.
Inaccuracy. I've never Craiged too early before. It's never happened. I promise.
All right, where are we?
Damn it, we're in France. Karn looks down at you. Welcome, Gatewatch of Ravnica. My name, again, is Karn. I am Planeswalker designation M6327372776QR. I have been asked by Jace to welcome you to the Gatewatch of the multiverse.
Was there any requisition forms filed for this?
It was Will of the Living Guild Pact.
Looks over at Green. Does the Azorius have paperwork for that?
Elora's going to take out a notebook from her pocket and write Jace said so and hand it over to you.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's considered forgery?
Karn holds up his hand and writes Jace said so in script in the air.
All right, fine.
I have been on this plane since the beginning of the original Guild Pact when it was that stupid stone that we now rest upon.
Looks down.
Yes, and as you look down, you are way the fuck high.
Oh.
Oh, God, I don't do well with heights. Oh.
And
I'd imagine not.
Oh.
cool.
It's racist.
No, that's shortest.
The heightest.
specious.
That's just pedantic.
Yeah, you guys look down. There's a bunch of people down there that you kind of look like ants. But you guys are way the fuck high. And it is pretty much just you guys, the 8 of you, and Karn standing on this platform. There's energy and like arcs and like cool light shows going on through the backdrop of this black orb that you guys seem to be in. And he goes, I should probably have warned you, and I apologize. You are in the merge point of the chamber of the Guild Pact.
Will there be a solid ground later?
This is not solid.
No, it's not.
I think he wants like something obfuscating. Like do we have a carpet? Is there a carpet or something? Like a blanket, maybe?
I do not have a blanket. I have no need of a blanket.
Just don't look down.
My internal temperature is always regulated at a comfortable degree for my being. Blankets are
That's
not
really cool. Or
Don't encourage her.
I am well aware of Alora's
dialogue loading.
eccentricities.
You know about me?
Raul Zarek is what you would consider a friend of mine.
He told you about me. See, I told you. Didn't I tell you?
He.
Oh, we're doomed.
Me.
Persona just kind of looking around.
She's bouncing again, by the way.
No, I don't. Sure. So she holds up her hand. Mr. Karn, sir. Yes. I understand why we're here. Why is he here? And as much as I like him here, and I really do, and I'm sorry, but there's already a Celestia.
And where's the demure guy? Or gal or person?
You guys are pretty dumb, aren't you?
I guess I'd have to answer this with one. I flip over my ring and I spin it. As the signet starts to spin, the green and white fade away to the purple and black, and then the gold of the gatewatch of the Demir signet in the middle.
Ukoi smirks. Saw that coming.
I thought he was kind
I'm
of
about
fishy.
a mile away.
And
No,
I don't mean that one.
No, he's fishy.
Yeah, I know.
I showered yesterday.
You smell fine.
I don't.
Did you?
My only task was just to keep an eye on the Celestia because of their rapid growth.
Tristana turns her back on you.
I mean, they weren't always that big? That's impressive.
Walks to the edge of the platform and plops down with her feet hanging off the edge.
Well, I didn't necessarily want to reveal it this way, but what can you do?
Subterfuge. I am aware of the concept.
I have a feeling something just happened. Like with her.
Ukoi looks, laughs. Ha! She wanted to bang him.
I mean,
You noticed it too, huh?
The sight of unrequited love to be horrifically crushed.
that kind of banging.
Ah!
Tonight's gonna be fun.
Would
You guys do notice that Trevor is not there, by the way.
Hey, tall man, fishy man, where's your assistant at?
That's why it was so quiet.
Travis isn't really needed when I'm here to keep an eye on him.
I thought his name was Trevor.
Something.
Oh, ding, ding.
Ding. Ding.
How many dings is that?
It's 2. That's 5. Poor Trevor.
Trevor is tied with Rakdos guy.
Well, no, because you just mentioned Rakdos guy, which means that brings his count up one.
No, I mentioned him out of character. It doesn't count.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It has to have something horrible happen to him first.
Yes, it has to be in the context of something horrible.
Oh boy, you guys don't
Being
understand.
associated with Trevor.
That's out of character. It doesn't count. That doesn't count. But just like at the end of it, it's just going to go from 1,307 to 0 because of reasons.
Trevor ends up saving us from a TPK.
Shot.
Travis, Mike, why did you throw yourself in there? Why? My name is Trevor.
It turns out Trevor is like a 20th level cleric and he just mass reses all of us.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Maybe
miserable. Click.
Being rejected just makes him strive to be the best he can be.
Every time his point goes up, he gains a level.
Maximum effort.
Every time the Trevor owned count goes up, he just gains a level of whatever class he's good in.
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be.
He's gonna date us, but it's like the Shaggy meme going around right now.
Yes.
He really is.
All right,
Magical
since-
Trevor.
Well, most of the guilds are here. We're still missing 2 guilds.
Hmm.
But I feel like they decide not to join us for the guild pack.
The Orzhov and Rakdos guilds are unwilling to participate in the guild pact's current scape.
I thought they didn't have a choice.
Oh, what? You mean the murder hobo party clowns don't like playing nice with others? There's a fucking shock.
Precisely.
It's just like that poor Rakdos guy.
That the murder hobos guild is becoming more and more of an issue for those who have been monitoring the crime in the area.
Tell me about it.
Rakdos infractions are one of the many reasons why Jace had to reestablish a connection on the anti-aggression treaty that the guilds had signed.
I mean, sure. That's
Yeah,
like that.
from what I've heard of the Rakdos, it's not a party unless 20 people get eviscerated.
And that's only on a Tuesday.
Yeah, imagine a Friday night.
Think,
Back
I
think of
have-
all that. Think of all that paperwork.
Don't remind me.
You do paperwork on those guys?
Unfortunately.
How?
Well- We've got to keep track of them somehow.
Well, it's mostly because there's too much paperwork, so it has to be delegated to everyone else.
And the Orzhov have ancient ties making them unable to join the Gatewatch.
What, like a conflict of interest?
Precisely.
Wonder how they got out of that legal loophole.
Is it something we need to be worried about?
Not as of this time. And
So- It's the law firm of Olas and Nichols.
for the record, your current standings in your guilds will not be affected, at least without them affecting them, of being in the Guild Watch or Gatewatch. It is a separate entity entirely. Consider it a side job that will take precedent over anything else that you may be doing at the time that we need you.
Unfortunately, my current assignment is completely blown. So,
I mean,
yeah,
not
I have free time.
She kicks her feet more.
Maybe you should go talk to her.
There's nothing I can really say after that kind of a betrayal. I tried not to lead her on, but
How about I'm sorry?
Usually a good way to start.
Yeah. Preferably, that's where you should start.
Even I know that one, Zatosh says.
well, If the Bashir says that it's a good idea, it must be a good idea. And you have to stop giving him drink.
I'm
know.
concerned as well because now we have to decide whether or not his choices are under the influence of drugs.
You don't know how the Golgari work. That's cute.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Right, the mushroom
I
incident.
go over to her. It's like, sit down.
I'm not under the influence.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. That's why I never tried. I tried really hard not to lead you on about myself. I'm sorry that I hurt you.
You know, it's funny. It's the whole dark stranger thing going on that was there. And I knew something was weird with you, but I guess you're really good at your job. So good job on being a horrible, wretched person.
Side note, not the first time I've been called that.
I'm being nice.
I'm sure you are.
And she starts muttering a lot of swear words in Elven.
Oh my. Oh. That's
one of my favorites.
wow, I haven't heard that one in a while. Holy crap.
Leans into Z. That even possible?
And in comment, with a cheese grater.
Ow.
Well, I guess we better get together with the other Gatewatch to see what tasks they have for us. You don't have to like me, but I would just like to know if I could trust.
Well, I'm fairly sure you know you can trust me, Dick Weasel.
Just know I never meant to hurt you.
And she immediately gets up and walks away.
Well, that went a lot better than I thought. Didn't come out with a stab wound or a...
That went about as well as I was expected. Karn goes, are we finished with our personal matters now?
Yes.
What exactly is involved in this new assignment?
Yeah, where's the gate?
The gate is the gate to this realm. It is the gate that opens only to those who ascend beyond mortality.
And Jace said that at the end of this all, we might become planeswalkers ourselves?
That seems to be a traditional graduation from the Gatewatch.
Think of all the science I could do.
The assignment here will begin very small. I do not wish to begin with any extra planar investigations for multiple reasons. Primarily speaking, there is not a need for it right at this moment. As I have stated, the Rakdos are becoming an issue, and there has been rumors spread that they are going to attempt to strike at the Transguild Promenade in the near future.
You're muted, Josh.
So, like, while we're all away.
There have been no movements at this point.
I mean, if there were, we'd see them, right? She kind of looks down.
It would be outside of this. We just need to primarily keep an eye on them, and should an assault happen on the platform, it is to you to solve this. You may consider yourselves planar police officers.
Well, it's not like I haven't changed professions.
Yeah, more of the same for me too.
I understood the irony of saying that.
Oh, that's what the Zora and Boros need more authority.
Their personal authority on being able to go past the non-aggression pact is not reflected upon their guilds.
Also, if we're going to be cops, we might as well have someone who actually knows how to be a cop.
Yeah, that might be wise.
This is
I mean,
also there.
So there's going to be an attack happening probably soon.
Maybe. The information coming to us is inconclusive. It is primarily stemmed from activity within the Rakdos cult itself. There is a large influx of activity.
Just the Rakdos? Nothing else?
There are also, and it pains me to say this, several of the war bands of the Gruul, the aggressive kind, who are not in cahoots with the Rakdos, but their objectives align.
Well, we're definitely gonna want to explore both options pretty quickly. So
Ukor looks down and goes, "Damn it."
Yeah, but you're gonna need to talk to your friends.
I'm a shaman. For all intents and purposes, I am excommunicated from them.
Well, this is
My
going to be
clan, my war band, exist in Precinct 3 with Celestia.
well, that should be a literal walk in the park for you. You might as well.
I get it, because they're druids and shit. Not bad, little man. Not bad.
I have my moments, but you might as well take this ray of sunshine with you. And Zerv points to the very sad, mopey elf.
She is very sad and very mopey.
As for the Rakdos contingents,
Definitely investigate the area.
Yeah, well,
plan to attack.
I've had my dealings with the Rakdos a couple of times. I'm sure I can weasel something out of them.
Zatosh goes, "Wait, there's weasels there now too?"
Well,
I always thought it was just like demon guys with the stupid horns, not cool horns like his.
Let me know if they start trying to buy explosives and stuff. I can make some duds that we can sneak into the shipment.
Oh,
Zatosh,
you actually can't make that?
Zatosh, you remember a couple months back when you lost your arm?
Yes.
That was with the Rakdos.
Yes.
They are who we have to keep an eye
But
on.
he just said there were weasels there.
Remember what bit your arm off?
Shouldn't you go with those guys since you have the whole cool spinny thing going on?
Which guys?
She points. She just points.
She's saying because I am a druid, I should go with them to investigate the Groll incursions. Which, 1, classist. 2, she's right. 3, I need more alcohol.
Actually,
Here you go.
Sweet.
that's not what she
Stop
was saying at all,
giving
but it
them
works.
alcohol. Stop giving them alcohol.
I'm growing concerned about the alcoholism your friend is developing.
And I'm not joking with this, by the way. A poof of black hair appears on his head.
Again, I am deeply troubled by this alcoholism.
No, not this again.
Looks up at Jack. What was in that?
I don't know. Gets me fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
What exactly are you drinking?
He just said he doesn't know.
Well, I mean, you gotta know it's like basic makeup, right? It's alcohol, right?
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to charge you for distribution of unlicensed alcohol.
His eyes flash green. Huh. Just go ahead and poison in here. Neat.
I'm also gonna have to charge you for distribution of poison as well.
Nope, mine now.
Oh.
I mean, is it distribution if it's a personal gift in neutral territory?
I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I didn't charge him anything.
Yeah.
Dispensation. We'll go with dispensation then.
But he's my friend. Right? You're my friend now.
Oh, we're gonna get along great, buddy.
He wraps his tail around your arm and kind of like...
Well, I was thinking of a way to. But he's my contact in the Gagari. Damn it!
I mean, you know it's possible to be friends with more than one person, right?
I mean, he might not.
Last time he got this way, he lost his tail, and we lost.
I fought a slime. It was weird. Slime was cool, though.
You wouldn't imagine the paperwork.
Actually, I can. Unfortunately,
This
I
is
still
for
have to-
2798Q.
Ugh!
Yeah, that was us.
She's seen a slime, though.
798Q-74 though.
Yeah, that's also traumatizing.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, that entire branch of forms is just terrible. Who made that?
It was me.
Probably my dad.
Karn raises his hand. It was me.
So you're the one I talked to for a change of science form.
Science is science.
Not according to his paperwork.
do
I
not
keep getting in
understand.
trouble.
I'm not sure how science can change. Science can evolve, but science cannot change. There is no such thing as a different science. There are
Science
different
evolution.
fields of science, different methodologies of science, but science is science.
Well, yeah, that's what the form is for changing the type of science that you put on the original form.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
I don't like it when it laughs.
This was fun.
So is this
really
is this like our clubhouse or something now? Or is this just a one-time thing?
You can access here at any point with the rings.
Awesome. Wait, at any point, so we can be like anywhere and just come here?
As long as you are within the 10th district.
So,
Awesome.
Do we get anything like power suits or anything like that?
There is no uniform. It would be too distracting.
You mean we don't get interesting chromatically arranged suits of uniform?
His eyes open up really wide and close again, get small again. There is only one ranger among you. She does not want that kind of power. No, I don't.
What about like a cool patch or something? Like, there's got to be some kind of symbol, right?
A cool patch is not going to affect the way you do your job.
No,
No,
but
it
it's
really
cool.
I believe this is our mark, and as Rickas points to his ring with the gold, I think this indicates our.
That is the symbology of all of the types of mana able to coming into congruence with one another.
Oh.
I can, however, give you a nice hat.
Ooh, yay!
I could use a new hat. My last one was destroyed during the Rakdos incident 2 months ago.
He opens up his hand and just kind of does this in the air. You will have hats at your guild houses.
Yay! Thank you.
Yes, the proper forms have been created. I create them.
What are you, a printer?
Printer, scribe, lawbringer, lawmaker. Voice of Jace.
Please don't tell me that they're written in Phyrexian ink.
Wait, how do you know what that is?
Let's just say.
It's all up in your face. How do you know what that is?
Whispers, man. Whispers. I have no confirmation of any of these whispers that I hear.
Holds his hand up to your head. Claps onto it.
Elora takes a step back.
I think we're gonna need a new guild representative.
Well, I'm not gonna feel sorry about it.
I'm part of the Gatewatch. I mean no harm.
Click.
Yeah, need to press any key to continue.
Takes his hand off of him. There, Mr. the Bard. Phyrexians do not exist on this plane.
Oh.
It would behoove you to forget that information, or I will force you to.
What information?
I will leave you to your planning. Should
Oh,
you need assistance, I can assist some. I have been given direct instructions, however, to allow the Gatewatch to operate autonomously.
Basically
we're
what I
doing
was
it.
doing before.
right.
Except now with all of us.
Except now with all of us, Zatosh kind of jumps up to her.
Elora high fives them.
Yay!
Yay!
That's the sign of victory.
Victory of friendship.
Yay.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
boy. So let's delegate which assignment we're getting. I vote not the Grow clan.
I also vote not the Girl Clan.
I don't need to have another Hydra incident.
I mean, I'd have your back if we did.
Ukoi just kind of goes, I guess I'm going to take lead on that.
Sorry, bud. I'd rather not be stomped on, thrashed, trampled, or possibly gorged.
It will. Well,
I'd second that one.
Tristana goes, I mean, if it's the Rakdos and the threatening precinct or anywhere around precinct 3, I'm going to need to be there. So I'm with him. Zatosh goes, I don't really like precinct 3. I don't want to go there. So no, just because I'm Druid doesn't mean that I get to play with them. I don't like them.
Well.
So, how about they go at least get information and they come back to us?
Well, I would like that we spearhead this and go 2 places so we can actually investigate efficiently.
Ukoi goes, well, I suppose since I am technically a Gruul clansman, it will not take much for me to investigate this. Tristano is a asset that I can use at least. I'm
And
fairly sure between the two of us we can handle ourselves.
Well, just don't cause too much of a ruckus. I don't want to file the paperwork for it.
You do not have to file paperwork for any Gatewatch activities.
Oh, thank the stars.
Unless I make you.
Zerf just eyes Karn very, very sternfully.
Just don't make him mad. You'll be fine.
Anger would be a very interesting emotion. It has been one that I have not been able to use in a while.
Right.
Rather we didn't make him directed at us, though.
Yeah. Right. Let's just go. Let's just go. We've already sat here long enough, and plus standing in this thing, it makes me sick.
Yeah, I should probably tell
let
my
us
dad
return
what
back.
we're doing, too.
All right. I guess it's back to action for us.
So he informs you. There is a internal ring on your ring. You just need to spin it to enter or exit this area.
Oh, I go ahead and spin it.
Blinding light and a very bad tinnitus happens again.
That's just me, right? Because I'm the only one that spin it.
Anybody
Oh.
who spins it, it happens to.
They really need to work on that part.
Yeah. I also wish they would be a little bit better about the landing.
Trevor's standing there.
Hi, Trevor!
Hi guys. How you doing?
Oh, you're not dead. That's impressive.
We were only gone for a little while.
It's been 76 days now.
Oh, well.
Actually, he totally could have fucked with us if he'd have, actually done that.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
guys
it's-
just kind of disappeared, and I assumed that it was Gatewatch stuff, and I just kind of waited here. I would have left eventually because I would have got hungry.
Yeah.
Good
that's
to know
true.
your priorities are in the right place.
All right. Well, speaking of which, it is about that time for our normal meal time. So why don't we grab up some grub, and then we start making our way to that wonderful, wonderful district or precinct. I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
Ukoi and Tristana are going to... We're going to actually head out and begin work. I don't want to do any levels of investigation during the evening there.
Yeah, I get you. Unfortunately for the rectors, a lot of them are more active at night.
Yeah. They become very wild in the evenings, and I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, neither do I, but I don't have a choice.
He waves and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah. Good luck.
Same to you. And the two of them will walk back towards Precinct 4.
All right. Well, let's get some grub. I'm starving.
You guys are able to find a you guys are still in Precinct 1 and it's still festival day, so like there's tons of places to grab food at.
Good news.
I'm guessing Elora's dad is with Ralzarek, and I didn't just like randomly vanish from his side.
Yeah, Ralzarek knows what's going on, and yes, you and he were his personal invitees, so yeah, he let your dad know what's going on.
Okay. So, what does everyone like to eat?
Well, I used to be a vegetarian.
And that's why you tried getting with the elven girl, right? That's just like eating a vegetable.
What are you talking about?
Don't mind him. He is just severely under the influence at this point.
Severely disturbed.
Let's get some protein. Let's go ahead and grab some meat. There's a nice tavern down the road from here that has some good.
Oh, we waited for the cowman to leave eat cow. Got it.
I mean, it doesn't have to be cow. It could be pork.
I know this place near where he's talking about.
Oh, the pig's still with us.
And they have amazing meat as well.
Do they serve shawarma?
I'm not familiar with that word that you're speaking.
Well, I think I know a place nearby. It shouldn't be too far from here.
All right. I mean, you know this area more.
Well, I've never been there myself. I just know I've heard of it, and I want to give it a try.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here wondering, is goblin cuisine actually like Middle Eastern food in this world now?
Canon. Canon accepted.
Accepted.
Well, let us go. Let's see if I can. Oh, before we leave, let me do something. You see my Demir signet change back to Celestia. Well,
I mean, you probably should have done that before we left.
Well, yeah, but there's also another thing. I probably don't have a home right at the moment. That's fine. I can use one of the safe houses. Probably can't go back there anymore.
Yeah, if you really... Well, actually, no, I can't let you in there because of, for various reasons. So, no, I can't let you back in my place either.
No, don't worry.
You're screwed.
No.
You can always sleep in the park. It's pretty comfortable.
We could just get a bunch of sleeping bags and go back to the gathering house.
No.
Bunkmates!
I have a emergency, just in case my cover was blown, I have a outside safe house that I'm able to go to.
You are the worst secret agent ever, dude.
Also, I will need to check to see if that housing has been a project of tax fraud.
No, all taxes were paid. I don't know by who, but they've been paid.
I'm gonna need to go to accounting for this later.
You don't need to go to accounting.
What is that thing you're doing with your hand?
Maybe it's a bug.
No, this is a bug, and he summons a bug. They summon a bug.
Ow.
Meh.
Well, I wasn't expecting for the living Gilpack to single me out.
Gets another one out. There's another bug.
Ow.
Guess it answers that question.
Third one.
Ow.
I call it my good buggy.
Ow.
You feel really full.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, God. Are those the expanding bugs?
No.
Oh, good.
See, which way are we walking?
Yeah.
Forward.
Forward. Where else are we? Where other direction would you go?
I don't know. Sideways, backwards. There's a bunch of streets here.
This way. Come on down. How long would it take us to find a shawarma shop?
Okay. 1d20. Damn it! I just did the thing.
1D shawarma.
1D shawarma.
1d20. Approximately 4.
Oh, jeez. Well, sorry, everyone. I'm not really the most talented with navigation. Four hours later.
I was going to say 4 minutes to be like, man, we got super lucky.
Someone tell me why we let the goblin navigate.
Look, this ain't
One who knows where the place is. Also, that's racist.
Yeah, man, that is racist.
Look, I only been up in this precinct once or twice. I haven't been here that often. If this was 10th Street, I know it like the back of my claw.
Wait, goblins have claws?
Yeah, we do.
Viashino claw.
Yeah.
These are claws.
Yeah.
You have like
Giant crab claws.
Oh,
Whoa.
look at you.
neat.
I win.
At least my claws are my own.
These are mine. I think.
They're yours now.
Possession is 9 tenths of the law, right, officers?
No, actually, it's not.
There are only a very select number of cases in which that is true.
I should probably return those things then.
I wonder. Yeah. Would you kindly recite some of those edicts and laws and conditions so we don't have to further file more paperwork?
I don't believe that anyone here is going to be able to remember them. So,
Well, that's what we're here for.
yeah, we'll just tell them when they're violating, and we'll just sort it out as it happens.
Yeah. I just have a bad feeling that I'm going to need to make a new folder for everyone, except for you.
Yeah, you don't need to make a folder for me.
Wait, does that mean
My
she already
folder-
has a folder?
My folder is not even halfway full yet.
Yeah, well, I
No,
have
that's the third folder. Sorry, not my department.
Yeah, you don't have to make a folder for me because whatever I do is legal. It's fine.
Yeah, no, they have this wonderful thing called a badge.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I do
it
too. She
exempts
holds up
me
her
from-
ring.
That doesn't work.
It's a different kind of badge.
Pulls out the note. Jay said so.
That also doesn't count.
Wait, hang on. So she pulls out the J says so note, witnessed by me, signed Elora. There, see? Now it's not counterfeit.
You guys are able to find the shawarma place finally.
Hey, look. There's a clause at the end.
I got that one. Wait, so what do you do about your guild signet if you have, like, not to be rude or anything? I'm just curious because you're my new
I
friend.
just go around asking people what they do with their signets. Jeez.
Oh, that's easy. I put it on my hands.
Oh, she kind of tilts her head. That's cool.
He shrugs off the cloak, and he actually has 4 arms. The 2 regular humanoid-style arms that have slightly webbed fingers, and 2 massive blue and yellow crab claws coming off of his shoulders.
That's so cool.
Oh, right. Yeah. Those are legal, right? There was proper paperwork filed for those hands.
Trevor goes, it's a long story, but yes, we'll go with yes.
I mean, Every
Yep.
living being has a right to bear arms.
No, yours are claws. We've
Yours
been
are,
through this.
yours are crab claws, not bear.
Yeah, there's a
bear arms.
distinction there, bud.
Frago, no.
No. Bear. B-A-R-E.
You have naked arms? What?
He really had to spell it out for you?
You think you could find sleeves that could fit these?
That's fair. I'm sure we can find a nice tailor somewhere.
I've tried.
He's
They
trying.
give up once they get to the wings.
Wait, there's wings?
The
I don't
cloak
remember
around
that.
his shoulders flares out, and you notice that it's actually like manta ray wings coming from the back of his neck and back.
Zerv looks back at Trevor. Is
Yes.
that legal?
So cool.
Yes. It's legal within the Simic. He is a hybrid. He's a hybrid. He is a living being. He is granted rights just like every other. Hold on. Jek is a project of the Simic hybrid program. He is Generation 2. He is granted legal rights and all. He goes off on this prepared speech of legality.
Well, that sounds all in order.
while Jack poses.
Yes.
Yeah, Armstrong style flexes going on in the background.
And forms can be requisitioned upon request, and I am legally obligated to tell you that I always carry a registration for him on me at all points, and with official requests I can provide that, but only under those needs. Closes up the notebook and puts it back in his jacket.
That's perfectly fine. We don't need to look at the actual paperwork because that requisition form's even longer.
Yes, it's very heavy.
Yeah.
The reason why I have the backpack.
Yeah. No,
Now you need the exercise anyways.
I recall
manila.
the last intern that fell down the staircase. Oh, that poor
The manila folder of holding.
And
Title.
That's the real reason Alora's folder isn't full.
We had to magically create a dimension in it so that we could fit everything.
all right, guys. So we're gonna break for shawarma, and so. Spoiler alert, this is the last episode of this recording session because it's 1 a.m. Hope everybody enjoyed the first recording session that we handled here. I know I did. This was a lot of fun.
I had way too much fun with this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Tip for all you viewers at home, buy stock and throat lozenges now because we're going to need them.
the thing with the difference between the D&D lore and the Ravnica lore, I know more of the Ravnica lore. So I
Yeah.
actually feel more, because the reason of my Phyrexia comment against Karn is because it was his fault New Phyrexia happened.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and that's the reason why he's like, I'm going to kill this guy. I probably shouldn't kill this guy.
Yeah, a little peek behind the curtain. Yeah, he poofed onto Phyrexia, old school Phyrexia,
Mm-hmm.
got infected,
Yep.
went to Mirrodin, got Mirrodin infected,
Yep.
and turned Mirrodin into
New Phyrexia.
Yep.
To be fair, though, he originally created Mirrodin.
Yes.
And if I want to turn my baby into something else, I'm going to turn my baby into something else.
Yep.
Just don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Exactly.
Or Sherpa.
Because then you have to save a horse and ride them.
No, that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
What, the horse?
No, riding the cowboy.
Oh.
I can't quit you, but I can quit this podcast for this week. But guys, geek-io.net/Discord, hanging out with us. And Carrie and I are playing a new interesting little game in there where we're just dropping things in there.
It's fun.
This is fun. This is very fun. I'm enjoying this game. This is a game we're doing now. Because this is gonna be like last week in February that they hear this, or like close to the end of February that they hear this, and Coop's gonna be like, God damn it! That's why.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We love you. Patreon.com/geek.io, NPC League. Join us live for our recordings and also get stuff immediately after well, not immediately because it's very late and I'm very tired and I'll put them up tomorrow. We love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Be excellent to each other and
Yes.
party on.
Bye.
Party like Rakdos. Party like Rakdos. Love like Celestia. Bye.
You have been listening to a Geek.io Media Network LLC production. Would you like to convert that to pounds? Copyright 2019.